Greetings film lovers and welcome back to Clapboard Reviews. Continuing on with Marvel Summer, we'll now take a look at the second release in the Avengers saga, The Incredible Hulk. This movie came out the same year as Iron Man, and was the make or break deal of whether or not we would get an Avengers movie. Looking back, Marvel was definitely taking a big risk with releasing another Hulk movie because most of us still remember Ang Lee's Hulk. Now, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and say that it was a horrible movie. I did like the comic book styled visuals, but the rest of the film is so stylized and surreal that it gets distracting. But we're not here to talk about that Hulk movie, we're here to talk about this one. The Incredible Hulk is that kind of movie that you can treat as either a sequel or its own film, since it starts out in Brazil where the other one left off. But there are absolutely no references to the Ang Lee film. It stars Edward Norton, and you immediately know there will be some good moments in the script, because every movie that he is in, he helps rewrite the script. Instead of giving us another origin story, which has been getting kind of typical with superhero films nowadays, this movie starts out with Banner already exposed to radiation and on the run from the military, while the origin is shown, the key word being shown, as a montage during the opening credits, and it's mentioned briefly between Ross and Blonsky after the first encounter with the Hulk. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the film itself.
Right.
While not leaving as big an impact on me like Iron Man did, this was still a well-made film. Whereas Iron Man was more upbeat, Incredible Hulk was a little more dark and gritty. Even the shade of green that Hulk has looks darker than the last movie.
Wow.
The Hulk's design, I'll admit, is pretty awesome. He looks intimidating, yet approachable. He looks wild, yet tame. And even though I know it's computer generated, I still find myself convinced by the illusion that he and the Abomination are really there. I mean, look at that! It looks like he's really carrying her.
It's beautiful.
The best scene in my opinion would have to be a tie between the aftermath at Culver University and the last third of the final fight. The scene between Hulk and Betty is a great scene because it shows that the Hulk is more than just a green beast, that there is actually some intelligence behind the monster. And the last fight? Well, 2 words.
Hulk smash!
Edward Norton did a fantastic job, simply because it's Edward Norton. I don't think I have to go into more detail than that.
Good. That's good.
Liv Tyler, on the other hand, I don't really know what to make of her. I just find it intriguing how she can sound both interested and uninterested at the same time.
It's okay. It's okay. Wow. Let's get a cab.
Not that she didn't have any good moments in the movie.
Are you out of your mind? Don't go.
Maybe if I've seen more movies with her in them, I'd have a better opinion.
You zip it.
The overall mood of the film is centered around suspense, and that's another thing that sets it apart from Iron Man. You already know that when Bruce gets angry, he turns into a roid-raging Jolly Green Giant. But with the military trying to capture him while he's trying to find a cure, I find myself wondering, is he going to lose control? Will he find a cure? Will the army capture him? Will he harm innocent civilians? Even the score makes some contribution to the tension of this film. Just listen to the chase scene. You don't need Jason Bourne or Indiana Jones to make a thrilling chase scene. The music just has to be thrilling to be thrilling. And finally, to tie the whole thing to Iron Man, we get a cameo appearance by Robert Downey Jr. reprising his role as Tony Stark, and he gives us the best lead up to the Avengers.
What if I told you we were putting a team together? Who's we?
So, as you probably guessed, this movie did do well at the box office and with audiences, and an Avengers movie got a guaranteed release date. We just had to sit through 3 more films before we could get to it. Were they as successful as Iron Man or The Incredible Hulk? We'll get to that next time. Until then, I'm the director, and I call the shots.